Sabrina Carpenter applying her makeup right now. You look so good on the radio.
Thank you so much.
You didn't need it for the radio.
Thank you. Well, I think you can hear it in my voice if
Right.
if you know I've got my lip gloss on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming right through the.
It comes right through, and yeah.
And so you just arrived here in Toronto.
I did just late last night.
How long are you sticking around for?
You know, a day.
That's all in and out, right?
Yeah.
You were last year, what, during the film fest? Were you here for TIFF?
Yeah, for TIFF. I came for my first TIFF, which was so much fun. I loved it. I love Toronto already. I've come, the first time I came here, I was 12 years old. Wow. So it's been a couple.
And you're 19 now.
I'm 19 now.
You know, working on that resume of yours, which is huge. I'd be here till tomorrow, listing off everything you've done in such a short span of time, which is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
I guess one of your first big breaks was being on Law and Order. So tell me about that, because that's an iconic show, right? You know,
yeah, it's
right out of the gates here,
funny.
Sabrina Carpenter on Law and Order, one episode.
I never thought that I'd have to talk about this much, but I guess being that it was my very first role ever, people are always very interested in talking about it, and it's because I auditioned out of New York, and all I remember was it was very scary, and I thought, as a little girl, like, oh, if I'm gonna act in something, I want to be funny and I want to do comedy, and then it was just like,
a
hard
serious topic,
hitting,
obviously, right?
serious topic, so then after doing something that serious and having so much fun, I realized I really loved it.
Right.
But I mean, I didn't really know what acting was until I was 11 or 12. Music was always my first love and the only thing I really knew.
So for me, for radio, it's like, I knew at like 4 or 5 years old, I would listen to, people on the radio, and I wanted to emulate them. I started impersonating them, so I knew at a very young age. For you, I mean, 11, 12, you're already in the business, but what point did you know that you were going to be a singer or an actress?
Wow. I like to believe when I was around, you're saying 4, 5, 6.
Right. Just influenced by everything that was going on around you from radio,
I just
television.
loved it. I just loved entertainment. I just loved telling stories and making people smile, and whether that was through singing or dancing or writing plays or making videos. And I had sisters, and I played with Barbies, and I used my imagination. And it's just all of that, that you do when you're a kid. You get really, really lucky if you can make believe as an adult, and if you can still be a child even in your adult career, I guess. So that's what I'm doing.
So you went on to do Goodwin Games, and then you did Girl Meets World, and a whole bunch of movies now. And the one that premiered in Toronto, tell me more about that, because that's out there right now.
The Hate You Give.
Yeah, it's already hit its budget, right? It wasn't a big budget movie compared to a lot of stuff out there, but a lot of critics are loving this movie, right?
Thank you. It's based on a book by Angie Thomas called The Hate You Give.
Right.
And The Hate You Give is inspired heavily by Tupac.
Okay.
And the film is incredibly powerful, and I encourage everybody to see it, not because I'm in it, because it's really important. And the story will resonate with you for a very, very long time.
And you're working on something else right now, or
I got this album or whatever that's coming out this Friday, Singular Act 1.
And you got a TV appearance you're gonna make, right?
Yeah, I think so. A couple.
New York City.
Yeah, we're going to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the album here. I see there's an Act 1 and an Act 2, I would imagine, coming out.
Yeah. Coming soon. Yeah. But Act 1 is coming out this Friday. And it's 8 new songs that I've been working on over the past couple of years, and a completely different sound from me and what you've heard before. And I'm excited for everyone to hear it.
I guess the first project you put out was an EP, then you did a couple of albums. How does this differ, this project, compared to the first couple of things that you did?
I guess just as you grow into yourself, you grow into the amount of, control that you decide to take in your own life. Right. And this was a really pivotal time in my life where I decided to take control, because if this is what I'm going to do, I want it to be 100% me. Right. And I don't want it to be, I don't want it to be fed from other people into my ear and out my mouth. I want it to be my own words coming from my heart. And I got to collaborate with so many incredibly talented people on it. And I learned so much about myself.
The tracks were done in the States, or did you go off to Europe?
I did a couple. I did a song in Sweden. Right. I wrote a little bit in London. And then most of it was done within the United States. But yeah, I did get to travel a little
bit.
And
inspiration just drawn from everywhere, from traveling. You have a track on there called Paris. Obviously, you've been there, right?
Yeah.
Pennsylvania or Paris?
Paris.
Yeah, you choose Paris?
Yeah, I think so. But I love Pennsylvania during the fall. So that now is a great time to be in Pennsylvania.
Is that still home? You got family there?
I do have family there. It'll always be home. You never leave a home behind, even if you're not there anymore, But I every song on this album has been drawn from a story that happened in my life in
Cool.
the past couple
The album is
years.
called Singular. So there's Act 1, Act
Yes.
2, 8 tracks on there.
Yes.
Almost Love. You got like 29 million views on this thing. It's huge.
Almost Love is crazy, yeah.
Getting a lot of love. And you got 15.2 million followers on Instagram.
Cool.
Can I have some of those? Can I get some of the Carpenter crew to follow Tony Monaco? I got like 11,500, so I'm getting there. We're a little bit behind Selena Gomez.
They
We
would
got our work
gladly
to do,
follow
right?
you. You know, we're all working together.
That's
we're
it.
all just one big. Yeah, who knows what we're doing? Actually, nobody knows what we're doing.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and
Thank you
thanks
so
for stopping by
much.
the studios here. And we're going to play your track, Almost Love. And I'm
Thank
going to put
you.
up a blog and put up a whole bunch of stuff that you've put out over the last little while. So check that out at z1035.com. But
Okay,
thanks
like
so
what
much.
content are you posting on Instagram though? Is it
No, I'm
like
going to put it on my website. It's going up. So
Okay,
there's
great.
links from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter.
I'm
and
gonna
all
stalk
those-
your Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Follow my Instagram at Tony Monaco Radio and go to the website at z1035.com. Sabrina Carpenter, everybody. Give it up.
Thank you.